2, 2. Chicka-cha. 1, 2. Who is Steve Who? Welcome everyone. Little bit of a panic. I must have accidentally clicked on a guitar bag. I think that's what it was in my inventory. And my avatar disappeared and the default avatar came up. No clothes on, just wearing the guitar bag. So funny, and I don't think I didn't have a kind of like an avatar, completed avatar that I could just click on. It can only happen to me. I'll not do that again. Right, welcome everyone anyway. So I've got a new saxophone, or an older saxophone, which is actually quite pretty, and Bella Rosa. It cost me a fortune ages and ages ago, but I can't seem to stop dancing, which is really quite strange. So if I think I've got, yeah, let me just keep mucking about, see if that'll do it. No, I've got an AO1. Oh, I know, I can just go into Warn, can't I? Let's see what we've got. Animations, movement. No, there's only one. I don't have a dancing HUD on. That's bizarre. I think Second Life doesn't like me very much today. I'm just gonna have to persevere, and it's a little bit of an enigma, me being in my posh suit, and a slightly different shape. It is still me, and let me just check that we're live broadcasting to Twitch as well. Isn't that fantastic? Just on the right. Okay, everything is just at least all the pictures are off. Okay, right, here we go. Just bear with me, I'll be with you in just a minute, and we're going to have some fun. That's one thing. Right, we're broadcasting to YouTube. I'll just put it into local so that you can see it online. We've got a bit of visualization as well. Visualizer. I have great plans for today. Okay, right, Stevie boy.
So what I wanted to say is, when you make a wrong line, does it feel with you like when you're drawing, like the same as in music, the balance between the line and the notes, or you hear it like that?
The more you said line.
So when you make,
when I make a wrong line,
yeah.
the line isn't wrong until after you put the next one down. Music is the same way. The sound, you don't make bad notes. The note next to the one that you think is bad corrects the one in front.
Right.
The only way you can do that is by experience. Only way you can take a line that you didn't mean to draw.
Wise words, Mr. Miles Davies.
Draw every day. You can be able to say, well, I'll put this in. It isn't too far away from the thing. Or maybe you change colors. It's just the same way of composition.
Thank you. So, thank you everybody. Thank you for being here, and thank you anybody who's listening online. Had a bit of a technical just 15 minutes before I was due to play. 15 minutes ago, something borked, and my avatar just didn't work. And so I had to kind of do a bit of a workaround. So anyway, everybody welcome. My name is Steve Who. I'm using an alternative avatar called Who is Steve Who, and he's my cool dude from last year when my main avatar went up in a puff of smoke. So so my main avatar's got form in this issue, so it's hilarious. So at least I know what to do. So I'm broadcasting to Twitch and YouTube, and got a bit of a visualizer on the boil as well. It should be a audio triggered visualizer as well. So let me just double check that if you've turned it on, son. Yeah, that should be all right. No, you need to do that. Yeah, that should be better. Okay, yeah. So I'm into colours with music. I don't know whether you are as well, but I love lots of colours. So anyway, this is a blues, and I'll not be singing. Yippee! Hi Missy, hi Marcelo and Gina, all very, very welcome. Welcome to anybody who may be listening online. Thank you very much. That was sort of a bit of cool blues, Charlie Parker, but done in a modern groove beat. Welcome, Leia, is that how you say it? So very welcome, Bijou, Gina, and Mark, and oh, hang on a minute, there's someone, Missy, I think Missy's there, isn't she? Yep. How you doing? All very, very welcome. Oh, I've missed someone out as well. There we are. We've got Dragon. Very welcome. And so I've got a slightly different Bijou and Gina. Very, very welcome. Just zooming in on you. So always a good thing just to find out what the names are. Marcelo. So my name is Steve Hu. And this isn't my normal avatar, but who cares? So if you're interested in catching the live stream on YouTube, let me just put a link in the local. That's not it. That's the map, Stevie boy. That's the wrong thing. That's a map. You need. Let me just get the URL and then. Everything's gone a bit funny with. Probably overloading my computer. Let me just do a reload of that. Ah, there we go, that's it. And then just put it into local, there we go. Sorry about that, I nearly put a landmark in instead of... That'll do. YouTube. Okay, what are we doing next, Steve? I think we can do a bit of cold duck. So we've got a visualizer on the YouTube channel. We've got a sound responsive visualizer. So let's just check it a minute. Oh yeah, it's working. Thank goodness for that, something's working. So anyway, this tune is called Cold Duck.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you. That was called Cold Duck, and I've got absolutely no idea who wrote it, but whoever it was, I think it's probably one of the Adderley brothers. It's kind of like, it's got that kind of groove to it, and I hope you really like that one, and as I do, and welcome everyone. And apologies for my dancing avatar. I can't stop it. It's just I've done everything, and I'm not going to relog just to try and get it to behave itself. So there's something borked in my Firestorm at the moment, so I'm going to have to fix it later on. But apologies for the over enthusiastic bopping about the stage. At least I got a saxophone in my mouth. That's a plus. Anyway, this tune is a tune called Reviens Mon Amour. Goes like this. You. That's a song I heard in Second Life actually ages ago, and I think it was Lisa Brune that was singing it, and I just thought I like that song and I love it, and of course there's usually singing on it, so apologies for that. So Reviens Mon Amour. So so how's everybody doing on this Thursday? So Thursday the 14th of October. What's happening to this year? It's nearly, it's within 10 weeks of Christmas, for goodness sake. What's happening to the year? I don't know, but I had to have a laugh this morning when the mainstream media was saying that we have to get on our skates to buy Christmas presents, to make sure we get Christmas presents. no chance. It's crazy because there's going to be shortages with the whole Brexit machine that's happening in the UK. So, and the other thing, the rather interesting thing is, it's fascinating, is I don't know whether any of you have been watching Squid Game. So I thoroughly recommend that you don't, but only on the basis that you will be addicted. I'm halfway through the first series, and I'm at about episode 5, and I'm absolutely gobsmacked. So very, very interesting South Korean film, sort of series of films anyway, 1-hour films, and they're kind of addressing issues that the West aren't even asking. Very, very interesting issues like trust, authority, criminality, all that kind of stuff, and also addiction as well. So very, very kind of dark. If you like Black Mirror and that kind of thing, or if you like the film Paranoia, it's made by the same people as Paranoia, I think. So absolutely fascinating. It's on Netflix. So, and I'm not getting a cut from it, honestly. So it's absolutely really excellent. So I'm going to. I don't think anything worse can go wrong today. So I'm going to try something that I've not actually played in Second Life, I don't think, before, and it's a George Benson tune. So what can go wrong? I don't know. Hope you like this one.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. That was had its moments. I hope you like that one. This Masquerade by Leon Russell, and absolutely great tune. And actually, funnily enough, the backing track that I was using for that, you might be interested to know, was actually on a cassette. Not just right now. I obviously put it into iTunes, but that was on a cassette. Probably, I don't know if there's anybody here who actually knows what a cassette is. Hilarious. But I used to love cassettes, and at least you used to be able to chop them up with a razor blade and sort of stick them back together with bits of sellotape, which is actually a lot more difficult to do with digital equivalent. So I like to see what you're doing, but with the digital stuff, you've got to press buttons and have a lot of faith. So why don't we do a tune which is called Sticks? It goes like this.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tune. It's called Sticks, and Julian Adderley, by Julian Adderley, yeah, and absolutely love it to bits. It's quite funny because when I used to have a really crappy saxophone, which was quite a while ago, I always tried to play that tune. I couldn't play it very well actually, but bits used to fall off my saxophone. It was hilarious. The kind of like the inlays and things like that would just start falling off. It was hilarious. Didn't realise that, of course, the more experience I got, you just need to use stronger glue, and so it's amazing. So Sticks. Hope you really like that one. And let's do another one, Stevie boy. What are we going to do? Yeah, why don't we do Mercy Mercy? This is a great tune. I love this to bits.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you very much. That's Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. A kind of gospel-style jazz, which is you don't really get much of over here. I suppose it's because of the word gospel in its title, but there's a whole kind of load of kind of groove, funk, soul-y, gospel-y sort of style jazz, which is big in America, and I just love it to bits. Absolutely, and that's one of the tunes. Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. And okay, let's do this tune, which is called St. Thomas. It goes like this. Isn't that a great tune? St. Thomas. St. Thomas. We all like St. Thomas. St. Thomas, which I do believe is in the Dutch Antilles. So, welcome everybody. Let me turn this down a bit. There we go. So, welcome everybody. So I'm beaming into Second Life from Scotland. Let me get some appropriate Scottish music on. And I'm not actually Scottish, even though I am in Glasgow and I've lived in Scotland most of my life. I was actually born in England, so there you go. Don't tell anybody. So I live in Glasgow. Glasgow's Scotland's biggest city. Edinburgh is Scotland's capital city, and Glasgow's a great place. It's a place full of culture, actually. Don't listen to the negative stuff that you hear about. It's one of the most beautiful places in the world that I've ever been to. It's got lovely, beautiful parks and places where you can't drive to, actually, that you can only get to on foot. Amazing. And a lot of famous people from Glasgow as well. So just a few miles, 10 miles or so from Loch Lomond. An astonishing and amazing place. If you ever get a chance to go to Scotland, have I sold it hard enough? Then do. Put it on your bucket list, anything. It's a beautiful place. So Okay, so apologies for my extremely dodgy avatar. So I had a bit of an avatar issue just before the gig, and I broke my other one. So it was quite funny because I don't know what it was. I think I accidentally put on a guitar bag, and it was a legacy item or something, and it kind of balked my new avatar and completely balked it, and I ended up wearing only a guitar bag and completely naked. Very good, excellent, Steve. So hence I had to get my alt out. Who is Steve Who is what you're looking at. But the only trouble with Who is Steve Who is he's got ants in his pants, and he can't stop dancing. I've done everything. I think I would probably need to relog or just poke him with an extremely sharp object or something like that, anything, but he just doesn't, he just won't stop dancing around, which is really quite annoying. But at least he's got a decent saxophone, which I got a few years ago. So welcome everyone. Chocolate, nice to see you, Chocolate Black, my most excellent friend. So what we're going to do next, Steve, I think we should let's do a little bit of this tune, which is called Blue Bossa. And I like this tune because it kind of saved my bait, or got me into the kind of jazz thing. Not having really done jazz for very long, I wanted an audition piece which I needed to play at a jazz course, which I desperately wanted to get onto. And this is the piece. And I just learned one thing only, that was it. This was the tune. And I got on the course, I was very happy. So, Blue Bossa. Thank you, Blue Bossa. So I'm feeling the need to do a little. Oh, crumbs! Is that time? 1:45 already. My gosh, time flies when you're having a ball. So why don't we do a tune which can go a bit like this? If I could just find it quickly. I've got a new system working here, which oh yeah, little bit of Ella Fitzgerald, Never Hurt Anybody. Apologies to everybody online, but I've got a copyright strike, so I'm going to have to mute just for this song. So hope you don't mind. Sorry. So sorry YouTube and Twitch. I know there's watchers or listeners on Twitter as well that have been watching, and you've had I have to mute the sound because I've got a copyright strike, and I've only got to get to the end of October before I get back, taken back to zero again, and that's okay. So I'm a bit paranoid, and it's crazy. So I've been looking at Mixcloud, and Mixcloud seems to be very, very good, and it's kind of like a legal way of sort of playing tracks and playing over it without getting copyright issues, because Mixcloud themselves, they pay the copyright, which is really, really good idea. So what we're going to do, we're just going to get this music on here. So thank everybody for listening. You've all been very patient. And thank you for not laughing at my incredibly po-faced avatar, which is Who is Steve Who? And back in September I got a problem with my main avatar, and so I built this one as an emergency, get me out of trouble quick for performance and stuff. And but for those of you who weren't here, 15 minutes before the gig I accidentally clicked on something in my inventory. I think it was a guitar bag, but it was a legacy item, and ended up taking me back to my original avatar and no clothes on. And kind of stuck as well, so all kinds of animation things. So I think it's a firestorm issue with me, because I can't stop dancing, which I find mildly hilarious. And but at least I've got an alt which I can do. So thank you everybody for coming along, listening to the music. Thanks for not throwing any sharp objects. That's always appreciated. And oh, crumbs. Missy, Mike, Lilea, I hope I said that right. June, Imani, and Figatel, Corin, Chocolate Black, Casta O, how you doing? Bazook, my good friend, Bijou, Ayla, D, and Lil Zoe, all very, very welcome. I think everybody's in the vicinity. Sometimes it's hilarious just reading through the list on a sim, and you're sort of 3,000 meters in the sky, and you've just read out everybody on a different sort of lower level on the same sim, and they're a billion miles away. They're not anywhere near the gig. You've all done that. So I'm sometimes in awe of my incompetency, but thank you for listening, and thank you for well, I hope I've maybe inspired you just to if I can do it, believe me, anybody can learn to play a musical instrument. So I do teach music freelance, and as little as possible, because it does drive me nuts, and my heart is more in the arts side of performance. So what we're going to do, Stevie boy, I think yeah, thank you for anybody for any tips and stuff like that, greatly appreciated. I do live and die from the proceeds from my musical exploits, and hence the need for busking, which I love to bits. I actually really, really did do, and it's a good way of discovering what people like or not. And where I busk in Paisley with some friends that sometimes come along is right next to the methadone clinic, so we get some very interesting characters stumbling out of the methadone clinic, but I have some good conversations with them actually. So, and my views on on the drug issue in Scotland, there's a terrible issue here, but to kind of criminalise drug addiction is the wrong way to go. It should be medicalised. But anyway, don't get me started. So thank you once again. I'm just going to play Toodle Away for a little bit, and I hope you've enjoyed the music, and I hope you've not been too upset by my Jakey alt avatar doing a bit of a dodgy dance. So very, very strange. But anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Oh, and the other thing is, whatever you do, watch Squid Game. You will be addicted. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's disturbing, but it's addressing issues. It's a South Korean film that's addressing some very dark issues that would never be tackled, I don't think, by Hollywood. But anyway, don't let me persuade you.